All right, you know the rules. Robots paint. You guess. I give the clues. Now, this one's weird. This is top UFO sighting stories. So, these are pretty vague. You guys are going to try to remember the stories. And I'm going to give you the clues, which might help. And if there's a UFO expert in here, we're going to do okay. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of a trudge. But we're going to learn something. Now, this first one is 2 Iranian fighter pilots scrambled to intercept a strange object over Tehran. Their weapons and electronics failed as they approached the glowing craft. What we're looking for is just a general item of what UFO incident was this? What UFO incident was this? The object outmaneuvered them and vanished at incredible speed. The case was studied by U.S. intelligence due to its reliability. It's still considered one of the most credible international UFO encounters. So, anyway, there you go. That's how you play the game, Doctor. Exactly right. That's how we play. So there you go. That's all we have to do is just come up with a statement like that, and that's correct. This is the Tehran UFO incident. I can ask you about what date it was, but we won't do this one. This was in 1976. And of course, the location is Tehran, Iran. Tehran, Iran. Is it Iran or Iran? I guess it depends on where you live. The incident was officially documented by both Iran and US. There you go. Number 19. I'm going to give you the year to kind of help out here. This was 1989. Thousands of people reported massive, silent, black triangles in the sky. Military radar confirmed unknown aerial objects over. I'm going to leave this location empty because that's the name. Fighter jets gave chase but couldn't keep up with the craft. The lights were bright, structured, and moved without sound. This sighting is widely regarded as one of Europe's most solid cases. All right, we're doing UFOs. Yeah, black. That's a good try, King. Good try. Good answer. Wrong, but good answer. The Black Triangle UFO incident is incorrect. Anyway, anybody know? Mannheim. That was closer to correct, I think. That's closer to correct. This is called the Belgium Wave. The Belgium Wave. The Belgian Air Force publicly acknowledged all events. The Belgian Wave. There you go. 1989. UFO incidents. That's what we're doing here. Top 20 UFO incidents. You're going to know some. You're not going to know some. So there you go. Next one is 1967. And I'm going to give you a hint. It's in Canada. Locals saw a glowing object crash into the water near the harbor. The Canadian Coast Guard and RCMP, that's the Mounted Police, right? Royal Canadian Mounted Police, launched an official search. No debris or wreckage from any known craft was ever found. Witnesses described lights submerging beneath the surface. It remains one of Canada's most famous unsolved UFO cases. It's often referred to as Canada's Roswell. Falcon Lake incident is incorrect. Phoenix Light is wrong, but hang on to that answer. This is in Canada. Phoenix is not in Canada, in case you guys didn't know that. So this is the ship, and they said it went under the water. Crazy. This was called the Shag Harbor incident. The Shag Harbor incident, Nova Scotia, Canada. This is the learning part. Okay, that's the learning part. All right, number 17. Yeah, sorry, the internet's slow tonight. Looks like it's okay on my end, but you know, it's a tricky technology we're trying to do here. Okay. Now I saw the answer. Thousands Whitaker was pulled upward. The pilot reported that the object stopped mid-air next to them. Bright lights lit up the cockpit, and instruments went haywire. The crew was shaken, but unharmed. And their story has never changed. That sounds weird. Yeah, you know. Sounds like an incident. It's one of the few sightings involving active duty military personnel in flight. So anybody know this one? Anybody heard of this one? Sounds like a serious problem. The helicopter was sucked up into the sky and the controls wouldn't work. It's in Ohio. Well, I'm going to have trouble pronouncing this. It's called the Coyne helicopter incident, or Coney. The Coney helicopter incident. Coyne. Coney helicopter incident. There you go. This is the learning part. Once again, a little more learning. There's still a little more learning to do. Now, you may have heard of this one. You may have. Naval ships tracked a fast-moving object on radar near training areas. Pilots captured infrared footage of a tic-tac shaped craft. This is the tic-tac. The object had no wings, rotors, or visible means of propulsion. It moved erratically, outpacing top fighter jets. The footage was later declassified by the Pentagon, so we've got grainy footage out there nowadays. Does anybody remember what this incident may be called? This incident helped kick off official U.S. government investigations into UAPs, as they're now called. Yeah, you're correct. You guys know this one. Nimitz. It is the USS Princeton and Nimitz encounter. I guess both boats were involved. The USS Princeton and Nimitz encounter, 2004, off of San Diego. There you go. You got it. It wasn't the Philadelphia experiment. That's something different. Something different. All right. Now, I was just watching some other YouTube show about this next one. So it's a big one. This next one, Suffoc England. Suffoc England, 1980. The U.S. Air Force members saw lights in the woods near the base. Several officers claim they approached a landed metallic craft. One even touched strange symbols on the hull. The event was documented in official military logs. It is often called the British Roswell. Anybody? Oh, you know it. Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy knows his UFOs. He does. That's correct. The Rendlesham Forest Incident, Suffolk, England, the British Roswell. One of the witnesses later published his account as a book. Wow. So there was the motive. If you were skeptical. If you were a skeptic. I'm pretty skeptical, but at the same time, I have an open mind. So I am an open-minded skeptic. Does that make sense? You are correct. Rendlesham. All right, now this one's got a weird name. So good luck. See if you can get it. Happened in 1952 in the United States. Radar operators tracked fast-moving objects over the nation's capital. Jets were scrambled, but the UFOs outmaneuvered them. The sightings lasted for several days, causing a national stir. That would wake everybody up a little bit. The Air Force held a rare press conference to calm the public, to lie to everybody. AKA, this is in 1952. No conclusive explanation was ever provided. So there was something where the radar spotted all these UFOs outmaneuvering fighter jets over Washington, D.C. Yeah, this is Washington. You got it. So the name is kind of funky. The name is the Washington, D.C. UFO Flap. How about that for a name? The Washington, D.C. UFO Flap. 1952. There you go. There they are. The radar guys tracking all those UFOs. All right, we're down to the top 10. We're doing okay. We're making it. We're gonna get there. All right, this one's more classic. Let's see if you can get this one. This was in the USA. I'm not going to tell you where. I'm going to let you guess that. It was in 1964. And this is a police officer saw a strange egg-shaped craft land in the desert. He also reported seeing two small beings near the object. Two small beings. The site had burned brush and impressions, but it left no other physical evidence. Government officials quietly investigated, but made no public conclusion. The officer never changed his story, despite a lot of pressure. Anybody know what this one was? Never heard of this one? The egg-shaped craft. Egg-shaped craft. Even Project Blue Book classified the Sakuro case, that's the name of this one, the Sakuro Encounter in Socorro, New Mexico. Sakuro case as an unexplained case. There you go. 1964, the Sakuro Encounter. There you go. That was number 10. We're down to number 9. This one's got more of a classic name. This was in 1947. I'm going to tell you, it was in Washington State. Not Washington, D.C., Washington State. And in this one, a man claimed a flying saucer dropped molten slag onto his boat. Now that would get your attention. A mysterious man in black warned him not to talk. Days later, key witnesses died in a suspicious plane crash. Now, this sounds like classic government cover-up. It occurred just days before the Roswell incident. Crazy. Some believe it was the first modern UFO cover-up. Yeah, sounds like it. This was a few days before Roswell, and this was over in Washington State. Anybody know what this one's called? Hey, Kimchi, what's going on? Never heard of this one? This one was called the Maury Island Incident. Maury spelled M-A-U-R-Y. Maury Island Incident, 1947. The case inspired early conspiracy theories and tales of men in black. Because those are the mysterious men in black. There you go. All right, we're down to number 8. So this one's in France. Okay, 1981 in France. A farmer saw a saucer-shaped craft in his field. Soil and vegetation tests revealed chemical changes at the site. The French government conducted a full scientific investigation. The case remains officially unexplained, and it's one of the best documented physical trace cases in UFO history. So, soil and vegetation tests revealed chemical changes at the site. Physical trace evidence. The French Space Agency still uses it as a benchmark case. There you go. Anybody know what it was called? It's something, it's probably French, pronounced better in French, which I'm not going to do. This is the Trans in Provence case. Trans, Trans, then En in Provence, Provence case. Trans in Provence case. France, 1981. There you go. Part of the learning process going on right here. We just have to be learning about UFOs. Number seven. This is in New Hampshire, USA, 1965. This is kind of the classic heyday of UFOs. Prime time. A teenager reported a large, bright craft hovering near the road. Two police officers also witnessed the object move silently overhead. The lights pulsed in strange patterns and maneuvered quickly. All witnesses gave consistent and credible reports. The Air Force could not identify the source. New Hampshire, 1965. This one inspired a popular UFO book titled The Incident at, anybody know? Not Reenacto, no? No? Oh, that you might be talking about the last one. Anybody remember what this incident is called? It's actually the location. It's a place in New Hampshire, and it's called the Exeter. Exeter. Exeter Incident. The Exeter Incident. UFO book titled Incident at Exeter. There you go. Look that one up. There's a book. Incident at Exeter. I ain't making it up. I'm not making it up. None of it. I haven't made up any of this. I'm serious. Number 6. A veteran pilot reported a giant craft shadowing his 747 over Alaska. This is in 1986. The object had multiple lights and was bigger than a battleship. Ground radar confirmed something strange in the area. The pilot was grounded for speaking about it publicly. This remains one of the most credible pilot encounters ever recorded. And years later, the pilot stood by every detail of this account. Anybody remember what this incident was? 1986. This was the Japan Airlines flight, 1628. I was expecting you to get the flight number correct. Japan Airlines flight 1628, 1986, over Alaska. The pilot was grounded because he told about it publicly. He was supposed to keep his mouth shut. Oh well. No, okay, top 5. Here we go. We got 5 more. I'm going to make it mercifully to the end. Here we go. Top 5 UFO sightings. A pilot flying near Mount Rainier saw nine fast-moving shiny objects. He described them as skipping like saucers on water. Reporters coined the term flying saucers from this story. This is all the way back in 1947, Washington State. It marked the beginning of the modern UFO era. The sighting received national attention and sparked military interest. Oh, so Kimchi, I see you got the answer up there from the last one. You knew it. Yeah, and you know this one too. That's correct. The Kenneth Arnold sighting is correct. Very good. Arnold was considered a highly credible witness by investigators. There it is. Cool picture. I'm not sure that's a picture. I think that's a reenactment. I think. Pretty sure. The Kenneth Arnold sighting. All the way back in 1947. You guys know that one. Everybody knew that one. You guys did good. All right, top 4. Now, this next one's pretty famous. We'll have to talk about Art Bell more in the future, but I used to listen as a teenager. I used to, and probably after that even, I used to listen to Art Bell going to sleep at night. And so I remember this story from the Art Bell show. A couple claimed to have been abducted by aliens while driving home. They described medical examinations aboard a strange craft. Now, the original story is back in 1961. I think they've made some movies and stuff kind of about this. Their separate hypnosis sessions revealed matching details. It was the first widely publicized alien abduction claim. Their story became the blueprint for future abduction reports. Yeah, you guys know this. Wonderful. Yeah. Betty and Barney. The Hill abduction story, 1961, and that was actually in New Hampshire as well. Their tale was adapted into a best-selling book and movie. There you go. Yeah. Famous Betty and Barney Hill incident. Well, you know, we're down to number 4. They're going to get more famous. We're down to the top 3 now. Here we go. Number 3. This is Montana, 1967. Security personnel reported a glowing object hovering near a missile silo. At the same time, several nuclear missiles went offline. Little concerning. Officers were instructed never to speak of the event. Decades later, former officers went public with their accounts. The case is often cited in debates on UFOs and nuclear facilities. Yeah, this would be like a reason to be concerned. If there's truth to these incidents, this would be a reason to be concerned. Anybody know what this is called, this incident? Congressional hearings on UAPs have referenced this incident. They have referenced this incident. It's a big incident. The nuclear missiles went offline. This is the Maelstrom Air Force Base incident. Maelstrom. Malmstrom. Maelstrom Air Force Base. All right, top 2. I think you know number 2 for sure, which is really number 1 in my book. Reports of a crashed flying disc were quickly retracted by the military. Witnesses claim strange debris, metal that returned to shape and odd symbol. Yeah, pretty good. The Air Force Base called it a weather balloon, sparking decades of suspicion. It became the centerpiece of UFO conspiracy culture. Yeah, of course. The Roswell incident. Who remembers the year? Anybody got the year? Did I tell you the year? Nearly every major UFO theory traces back to Roswell. Yeah, number one is a little offbeat. Well, you'll see. It's a secret. Roswell now hosts a huge annual UFO festival. It was 47, yeah, Wonder Boy. 47 is correct. Roswell, New Mexico. There it is, Roswell. All right, number one, according to the robot. Now, man, this fits. We're talking about a UFO incident or a UFO story. This is 2020 to 2023. So this has been going on in the United States. Declassified Navy footage showed fast, unidentified aerial objects. So they started releasing the Tic Tac videos, right? Pilots described objects with impossible speed and flight patterns. Congressional hearings confirmed that UAPs are being seriously studied. The government acknowledged decades of secret investigations. It marked a turning point in public and scientific acceptance of UFOs. So, is this an op? Is this all a CIA op? Information op on the public? That's the question. These revelations led to the formation of an official U.S. government UAP task force. So that's what the item is, really. The item is the Pentagon's UFO revelations and the official U.S. government UAP task force formation to legitimize the UFO story. Yeah, so this is what they were saying is number one. So there you go. Oh, yeah, that was kind of fun. You know,